Welcome to ATM and Withdraw Knowledge. I have come with a new video today to teach you finding out roots of quadratic equation using quadratic formula. It's one of the important methods when we deal with quadratic equations. Well, the formula I have written on the board. Let us start from the standard form of a quadratic equation. We know the standard form of a quadratic equation is ax square plus bx plus z is equal to 0. Then the value of x as per the quadratic formula or using quadratic formula is this. X is equal to minus b plus or minus root b square minus 4ac by 2a. Minus b plus or minus root b square minus 4ac by 2a. By 2a, take note of the line I have drawn below. This line should start from here and it should end over there. It should cover both minus b and root b square minus 4ac. If you write minus b plus or minus root b square minus 4ac by 2a, if you write this way, the meaning is totally changed. It's wrong. So take care when you write, when you draw the line. And now, two values of x are included here. There are two values of x. We shall just separate it. When you separate this, we shall have the value for x this way. X is equal to minus b. You may see two signs over here. This is where we are going to separate it. Minus b plus root b square minus 4ac by 2a, or x is equal to, again, minus b. We have already taken plus sign over here. The next one is minus b minus root b square minus 4ac by 2a. And now we know that b square minus 4ac is the discriminant of a quadratic equation. Discriminant is denoted with the letter d. So for easiness, you would rather write the equation this way, the formula this way. X is equal to minus b plus, instead of b square minus 4ac, you may write d by 2a, or x is equal to minus b minus root d by 2a. I prefer this one. Minus b plus root d by 2a. You may write either this or this. This is preferably the better one. Okay. Now let us think about quadratic formula. Before we start solving a quadratic formula, solving a quadratic equation using quadratic formula, you can have an initial check whether the question or the equation we are dealing with has two same equations, same roots, or two different roots, or no roots. In one of the videos, I explained it. In this quadratic formula, the very important part is b square minus 4ac. b square minus 4ac. If the value of b square minus 4ac is a positive value means is greater than 0, then the value of x are two different numbers. So the value is real and different numbers. If b square minus 4ac is equal to 0, then also roots are real but values are equal. If b square minus 4ac is less than 0, that means a negative number. No real roots. This is a condition. But this kind of questions will not possibly be asked because we need to deal with only these two conditions. B square minus 4ac is greater than 0, or b square minus 4ac is equal to 0. Well, I have nothing more to talk about it. Let us see how a quadratic equation is solved using quadratic formula. Let us start with Exercise 4.3, roots by using quadratic formula. Question number 1 is this: 2x square minus 7x plus 3 is equal to 0. 2x square minus 7x plus 3 is equal to 0. Let us see how this equation is solved using quadratic formula. Okay, to begin with, we're going to mention these things first. Here, means in this equation, we got to identify a, b, and c. You know, a is the coefficient of x square. So we write here a is equal to 2. B is the coefficient of x. X is the term over here, and its coefficient is -7. If you write simply 7, your solution will be totally wrong. When you consider a number, its sign should also be taken into account. So 7 is not simply positive 7, it is -7. So that should be written. That should be shown here, -7. And C, we know, C is the constant. This is the constant term, that is C. Then you may write D. D is equal to B square minus 4AC. We know D is equal to B square minus 4AC. Discriminant. B square. This is B and its square. Minus 4 into A, 2. Into C, 3. We know the square of a negative number is positive. Negative square is positive 49 minus 4 2s are 8. 8 3s are 24. So we have got 49 minus 24. Then 49 minus 24 is definitely 25. 25 is the value for D. So we understood D is equal to 25. D is 25 in the sense it's a positive number. That means the value of D is definitely greater than 0. From this we can infer that the values of x are real and the values of x are two different numbers. If D is greater than 0, roots are real and they are two different numbers. So from this we have understood that the values we are going to get are two different values. All right. So D is equal to 25. Just leave it over there. Let me start from here. D is equal to 25. Now let us write. Therefore, x is equal to formula minus b plus or minus root d by 2a. Substitute the value is equal to minus b. Okay, let me write the equation here. 2x square minus 7x plus 3 is equal to 0 is the equation. And now let me write minus b. This is the sign in the formula. Minus b. We had identified a, b, and c before. Let me write once again. A is equal to 2, b is equal to -7, c is equal to 3. Minus, this minus is the minus in the formula. And b, look at this, b is -7. B has its own sign. So it should be -7 minus b. If you write this way, is equal to -7, that's wrong. Thinking that one minus is already here. So why should I give this minus again? That way of thinking is wrong. This minus is the minus of minus in the formula. And if the value b has its own sign, that should be put. So that is what we write. Minus b -7 plus or minus root d is 25 divided by 2 into a. 2 into 2. A is 2. Negative into negative, you know, negative into negative is positive. Positive 7 plus or minus root. Okay, let's find out the root of 25. Square root of 25 is 5 by 2. Sorry, 4. It's time to split this into 2. We may go either this way, 7 plus 5 or 7 minus 5. This is where we are going to write the values of x into different way. Therefore, x is equal to 7 plus 5 by 2, or x is equal to, this way we went first, 7 plus 5 divided by 4, sorry 4, or now we will go this way, 7 minus 5, 7 minus 5 by 4. We're going to have two values, two different values. Let me just clear this area. Look, so x is equal to 7 plus 5 is 12. 12 divided by 4 is 3. Or x is equal to 7 minus 5 is 2 by 4. 2 by 4 is 1 by 2. So you may write 7 minus 5 is 2 by 4. On reducing it, we get something like 1 by 2. So the answers, therefore, x is equal to 3 and 1 by 2. So it's very much clear from here. We've got two real numbers and they are different as well. That is what we had seen before. The what? If d is greater than 0, the values we get are definitely different. So this is our first question. X is equal to 3 or 1 by 2. Hope you have understood the first question. And now let us check the second question of the same. Question number 1. Second question. Second question is this. X square plus x minus 4. We don't have to waste the time. Let's start straight away. A. Here, A is equal to coefficient of x square is A, that is 1. B. Coefficient of x. No number is seen here. That means that is also 1. And C is the last term, that is minus 4. Not simply 4. If you simply write, if you simply take this number without considering its sign, that is wrong, and you will have a very wrong answer in the end. So when you take A, B, and C, the sign should also be considered. If it is positive, simply write the numerical value. If it is negative, that negative should be mentioned over here. Otherwise, you will get the wrong answer. So it's minus 4. Minus 4. Then next step is D. D is equal to B square minus 4AC. Is equal to B 1 square minus 4 into A 1 into C. C is negative 4. So negative 4. 1 square is 1. Negative into negative is positive. 4 into 1, 4. 4 4s are 16. So 17. The value of D is 17. What do you think? What do you think about the values of x? Yes, definitely they are real because D is a positive value that is greater than 0. It's a positive number, all the positive numbers are greater than 0. So the condition is D is greater than 0. If D is greater than 0, we will have two real numbers as the value of x, and they are two distinct numbers, two different numbers. Keeping that in mind, let us move on. All right, here we go. D is equal to 70. Now x is equal to minus b plus or minus root d by 2a. Writing the formula is very important. Once after getting d, you shall not straight away substitute the value for x in this formula. Therefore, x is equal to, so do not straight away substitute the value without writing the formula step by step. Next step is this, the formula. Then x is equal to minus b, we know it's only 1, minus b plus or minus root d is 17 by 2 into a is also 1, minus b plus or minus root 17 by 2. 17 doesn't have a perfect square root. In the previous question, the number under radical sign was 25. It has a perfect square root, so we could write that 5. But here 17 doesn't have a perfect square root. Leave it as it is. Try not to find out the square root of 17. It's time consuming and you are not going to get a perfect square root of 17. That is simply a useless work. Leave it as it is. Now, therefore, x is equal to negative 1 plus negative 1 plus root 17 by 2, or I may write here, or x is equal to negative 1 minus root 17, negative 1 minus root 17 by 2. These are the values of x in second question. Hope you have understood this. Third question is 4x square plus 4 root 3x plus 3 is equal to 0. 4x square plus 4 root 3x plus 3 is equal to 0. Very simple. Here a is equal to 4, b is equal to 4 root 3 and c is equal to 3. Next, d is equal to b square minus 4ac. B square, b is this one, so we write it's a third, we write 4 root 3 square minus 4 into a into c. 4 root 3 square, how is it done? 4 root 3 square, we know that ab the whole square, ab the whole square means this square is common for both a and b. When you separate it, we shall have something like this, a square into b square. So ab the whole square is a square into b square. This looks, this is square, this looks something like that, ab the whole square. If ab the whole square is a square into b square, 4 root 3 square is 4 square into root 3 square. So this means 4 root 3 square, that is 4 square into root 3 square. 4 square is 16 into root 3 square is 3. Root 3 square. When a number of this kind is squared, this radical sign is cancelled with the square number. The answer is simply 3. Try not to multiply that twice. Answer will be simply this one. These two will be cancelled. So 4 square is 16 into root 3 square is 3. 16 into root 3, 16 into 3, 48. So we get 48 here. Minus 4 into 4, 16. 16 into 3, that is also 48. 48 minus 48 is 0. 48 minus 48 is 0. That means the value of d is 0. We have studied once, if the value of d is equal to 0, the value of x will be same two numbers. If the value of d is 0, the value of x, both the values are same two numbers. So keeping that in mind, we shall go on. We should get two same values in the end. Let us see whether we will get or not. So this we have understood, and we go for quadratic formula. Now x is equal to minus b plus or minus root d by 2a is equal to minus b 4 root 3 plus or minus root 0 by 2 into 4, 2a, minus 4 root 3 plus or minus 0, no use, no need of writing that way. The square root of 0, do not consider at all, that is 0 itself. So you just leave it. This part is not at all needed. Leave it as it is. Our headache is lessened. So 8 can be cancelled. Negative 4 and 8. 1 4, 2 4s. So we get negative root 3 by 2. But I finished. I got only one value. Usually a quadratic equation has two values. Since d is equal to 0, I told you in the beginning, the values must be same. Here I have got only one value. Then you write therefore x is equal to minus root 3 by 2. Then where is the other value? The other value is also the same thing, minus root 3 by 2. By the time you finished, you got only one value, that is minus root 3 by 2. In this condition, that means since b square minus 4ac is 0, its two answers will be same. We just need to know only one value. The same will be the second value as well. So x is equal to minus root 3 by 2, again minus root 3 by 2. Finished. This is all about quadratic formula. It's very simple. Keep practicing so that you will be very much efficient in solving quadratic equation using quadratic formula. Well, hope you have understood. And before I wind up, if you think that this is helpful, so you just like it and maximum share, subscribe and enable the bell icon too. Till we meet next time, take care, bye.